one shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we eat. Came all the way from losing to win.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go. 21, here we go.
Garoppolo, first play, going to throw it. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Hey, come on.
On second and a long way to go. Garoppolo.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 35.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
Willis with a quick throw out wide. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
I've become a firm believer over the years that many drops happen before the ball's even snapped. When you call a wide receiver screen, as we saw there, I know these guys really well. They're thinking about that play going to the end zone, and sometimes they forget to catch the football first.
Third and goal, Willis.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Now last year's leading rusher in the NFL, this is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Titans, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
7 yards there and a first down. The Colts had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here we go. Hey, alert!
First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On the counter, it's Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They run with a big man in his 7th season. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 41, Willis. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Third down, it's Willis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And some room to run now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 49 yards.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Off the option, here's Taylor. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got a... And he's got it. Touchdown, Colts. Jelani Woods, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Henry again on second down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On third down, it's Willis. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And taken right on the 30. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 91 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. He juked him, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. They find some open field here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again to throw, Willis on 2nd down. And brought in downfield by Burks. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd down. Here's Willis. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
Now, I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And that one results in 35 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
2. Go ahead.
Garoppolo on first down. Tries the right side, finding Woods here. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Well, here we go.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. But they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The shotgun snap to Willis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. He dumps it off for Henry. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here we go.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. This pass caught. It's Woods. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. First and 10, it's Willis. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again on second and 10, it's Willis. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. First down, Tennessee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They go play action with Willis. And then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Willis out of the gun. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
You know, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Willis will look to throw on first down. He gets it to Burks again. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a
play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such. Better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off
over the 15-yard line. 127 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That one finds Pierce right side. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
11.
Running left, Taylor. And some space here. A big play there for Andy. 47 yards. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Colts have opened the lead up to 30. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their own 25-yard line. They begin with Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Second down. Willis looks to throw here. It's complete. Burks. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Willis. That pass taken in by Burks. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air on first down, here's Willis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Willis is going to throw once more. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Touchdown, Titans. Chigakonkwo, 64 yards. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these young...
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. This is caught. It's Woods. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33. He got 29 yards that time. The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Harold Landry able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Wait.
Throwing now is Garoppolo.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor. He's got room at the 30, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go there.
So tack on 3 more. It's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. 11.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
They'll run out of the gun with Moss.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
On the counter, this is Moss.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on 2nd down. Willis. And a quick throw here. That's good. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Go.
Right back to Moss.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Titans are going to have it here just past the 25.
When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On second down, here's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
1st and 10, Willis.
This is caught inside the 15.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Willis looking to throw it.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Left wing 19. On the ball, now.
One final try for Willis.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there.
Yeah, all right, my flow.